Alright. So where is this partition on the floor plan? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I
forgot. Computer. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. No, you were on the other side of the fence.
Yes, you were 30 feet away, but you were 30 feet away with a fence in between, so you couldn't. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yes. I like to see this on the floor plan, just to be safe. The lunch lady's car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The cough of Queen. Lunch lady athlete, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gone my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Sky not get away? Miss Sky not get away? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
What does that even mean? What does that mean? No, the court doesn't seem to Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone. Indeed. The emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
On a cell phone updated in the court record, the word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Do you think you can restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She then picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time,
you climb over the chain link fence.
And then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright? The chief...
She made to escape. Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a daub of lard on a pâté of foie gras.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum? There was an oil drum laying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other? The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run?
I'm sorry. My sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
Okay. How could you see that? If it was behind the wall. There we go. Miss STARR, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. She does have a bias. It is against prosecutors. So of course she would be against Miss Lana Faye. Yeah, Lana.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss STARR, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's take a look at floor plans. You said that you witnessed the crime from this point. However, that's true. You couldn't possibly see Miss Guy making that phone call. I believe you see where I'm getting at. That emergency phone call on the backside of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What?
I can't be loud because people are sleeping. Order. What is the meaning of this? In simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie has this witness told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. That's why I will save. The witness lied about... keep on hitting things on my mic. She lied. I mean, what? I think it's probably where she saw it. Miss Guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. Wasn't significant about this fact. Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss STARR to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss STARR witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we heard until now points in one direction. Well, it can't be from side B because she can't get over it. So I'm gonna say the security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room is in the underground parking lot, well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. So she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being a part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss STARR, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that table could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel STARR. Order. Order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss STARR lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright, while I save again and again and again. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss STARR witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from Block B. It must make a valid difference. But what? What could have changed? The angle view of the crime. Why? The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have had a sort of more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? No, this is like, hello, she had a 3D view of the crime. She would have saw who was killed. She would have saw, you know, like, well, no. My bad. Load, we made a mistake. Alright. Save it a little bit closer. The distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Miss Wright. But look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. No. Horizontally, yeah, but diagonally, that is different. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss STARR, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Guy? Well, witness. Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam with my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defense chair who stabbed him. I know, I have photographic evidence. I swear on my finest plastic spork.
Oh wow, a plastic spork. Ooh. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Okay, uh, I'll raise an objection. 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the rest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes that type pasta into knots of rookie.
A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do in 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You were run. But this time was different. Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, seems we come to an end of this testimony. The witness had a grudge against the defendant, and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness. Is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed over that can't shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Okay, so it's not... It's not her?
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to face off with me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss STARR.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! Out of deference to the witness test determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Holy cow, like 3... What is this? The third, fourth, cross-examination we're going into?
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoes. Did I not bring this up?
She's wearing black shoes. Well, oh, and can we also measure the shoe size as well?
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was of course the victim, and the other blood type matched the defendant of Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. No, it's not, because she was wearing black shoes.
Unless, she says, oh, she switched them when she opened the trunk, which I'd be like, what? What? There was blood found on that shoe?
try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had the blood test performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensic.
Do they all work in the same place? Do they all know that? You know, it would be really amazing, just like, and pretty sad, just like, she came in one day, and then just the 3 boyfriends were there at the same time, just like,
Uh-oh, better not go.
or she just like make sure that she comes in when there's like one of each boyfriend is there, just like or like on different shifts or wherever. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
The victim's shoe was added to the court record. White enameled shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Let me just check this out. Oh, okay, on the right. This is the left shoe?
This blood, it's my sister, right?
It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis.
And there's blood on the bottom.
There's blood here too.
On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the witness, the victims. He must have stepped in the blood of his own. He must have stepped in the puddle of his own blood. Oh, this is the victim's shoe. Okay.
All this blood, it's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. Okay, so this is the victim's shoe, not hers. Oh yeah, dead person's feet. Okay, so this is the victim's shoe. Why did he have to be wearing all white? I was about to say, oh, look, no, it's the wrong shoe. No. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just want people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blink means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book.
This when the suspect is admitting she did it? But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with this shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. And this shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionably basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox. Really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. So you brought it to the forensic department?
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need to prove it. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensic expert.
And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. And the shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And the blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh?
Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, O, B, O, and AB. Okay, dang, it doesn't say his blood type. Dang. Does it say that in profiles? No. However, you can't tell from blood tests whether murder was committed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech, Miss Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between a million types with all blood tests out there. Which means we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there was very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Nope. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
Your order of peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yes, there is a problem. I'm going way over time here. I just want to finish this part of the crime, of the trial. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What's contradictory about the victim's shoe? Oh yeah, you can see that there is, boom. I wonder if you notice. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoes.
Indeed. There's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. I mean, no, not really. What could possibly contradict about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? It's a chest wound. Why would there be blood on the floor? I'm guessing your shoe has blood on it too. You just shot yourself in the foot. Ugh.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Just like chest. It's not like just a stab wound there, then just like, eh? No, come on, mixing up. Hold up. Load this. Load. There's definitely is a problem. Nope. No. My bad. There was a problem. Yep. Okay. Okay, so the blood on the bottom. Okay. Yep. Alright. Where's the blood? Where is the blood? The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why were there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene of the crime and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness.
What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint is a contradiction. But then, we have to ask, why wasn't why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed cheat to do. No kidding. I also want to save. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Huh. You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blessing that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to the murder. But, major but.
It's still standing. It's still standing in this photo. So no.
Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoes?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need to further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel STARR is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say I, Angel STARR, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness. Don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough up queen. Look at this.
A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I know you couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems that what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time, I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I think later.
Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Miss Wright. Show the court the problem is here.
Well, I think the wholly obvious one is the thing that's sticking out of the muffler. The muffler. The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this?
There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf in any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with the case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss STARR, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's see what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in this case is related to. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
It is the thing that we haven't used, is it? Well, we have used this. I was gonna say this, but no, it says the cell phone. It's the muffler. It's a muffler.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Ah, yeah.
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Oh.
Ah! It can't be loud. Well, seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Phew. That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? To be continued, and this is where we're gonna call it a break. It is literally just a few seconds before 2 o'clock in the morning. Holy cow. So that's why it's called former, because there's a lot of part of the trial. Holy cow. This is gonna be a long one. And this is just day 2. Day 2, gonna be starting the second half of the trial later. And we're gonna be, oh my god, we're gonna be going on for more than, oh god, this is gonna be long. Imagine day 3, we're gonna have 2 parts to the trial, and most likely like day 4. Holy cow, this is gonna be a long one. I was not expecting this to be this long. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. I really hope you guys do. I know I'm behind on recording and, putting out episodes, but it's just because school is much more important, and of course I gotten sick over the week, so I couldn't really do that, so yeah. Couldn't help it, but I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to finish this before Tales of Arise comes out, because it comes out on the 10th. And which is next week actually. So hopefully I can finish recording this next week before Arise comes out, maybe, fingers crossed. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. If it goes over time, then it goes over time. Oh well. But thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, share with all your friends. Check out links in the description below for all my social media links. And I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.